Lucky Tiger here, and it is episode 13 on the BeyondVanilla server, and we are starting off today in my storage room at my base because someone's dropped off a horse here, a skeleton horse. I don't know who did it, but thank you very much. Yeah, I can't be jealous now. Yeah, someone's been running around dropping off skeleton horses at different people's bases. I have no idea where they're getting them from, but thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to have to build a stable for him now. But we are starting off today, going to be gathering up some materials. We're going to need lots of stone bricks and cracked stone bricks. And we're going to also just need a good amount of stone to begin with. So we're going to grab quite a bit of stone. We're going to grab ourselves an empty shulker to put all this in. We're going to need some scaffolding, which I hardly have any of. Do I have any bamboo? I do have bamboo, and I've got plenty of string, so we'll go ahead and craft ourselves up some scaffolding. That should be plenty of scaffolding. We'll stick half of that in there and leave the other half for me to leave in my inventory and never use. Also going to need some item frames, which I don't have any of, but I've got plenty of leather, so we'll grab some leather. Do I have sticks? I do have sticks. We're going to need at least, I think, 6 item frames. And we'll stick those in the chest. And what else do we want or need? We need some gravel, so let's grab a stack of gravel. We need some lighting as well, so let's just grab almost a stack of torches. And we're also going to need some redstone components. So we're going to grab... Actually, I only need 6 comparators. We're going to grab 10 repeaters. And let's just grab 3 stacks of redstone. That's probably overkill, but, you know, not the worst thing in the world to have. And that does it for what I can get here at my base. We also want to grab a couple other things, which involves spending some diamonds and getting some wither roses from the old hermit. So I'm going to hop over there, but I'm not going to show you where it is because the old hermit is an Easter egg and I don't want anyone else to see him. Some diamonds out. Gonna waste them on this project. I need a few more. Let's see. That should be enough because I put this villager here, the old hermit, and he has these custom trades, and one of those custom trades is wither roses, and they're a bit pricey, but I really want to try and use them for this project. So we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves 24 wither roses. So just spent 24 diamonds on that. That's kind of crazy. Don't you just love the rain in Minecraft? This, however, to me, looks like it might be a perfect spot for us to start working on our project. I've checked the ground beneath us, and there's not a whole lot of anything down here. No one's base, no anything. We're not too far away from spawn. I think our spawn island is that way to the west. It's about, well, no, maybe I'm wrong. It's at negative 700. 300, I think, is about where my house is at spawn. So we're going to start working on our little project here, and don't you also love it when you accidentally hit the stop record button instead of F3? We're going to start working on our project here, and our project, there's no point in hiding it. We are going to be working on building a custom dungeon for the server, the first of a series of custom dungeons. After playing around with getting our custom villager, head villager, and the old hermit villager, I thought, you know what would be fun is some more mob bosses or dungeon bosses in Minecraft. There really aren't a whole lot of boss fights other than fighting the Wither or fighting Elder Guardian or the Ender Dragon. So it would be awesome if Minecraft had more dungeons in it without actually relying too heavy on mods. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be building one and then using some command block magic once the dungeon itself is built up. I'm going to enable a player to activate the dungeon, which will summon in some custom mobs. Custom meaning that they'll have their own special stats and have own items that'll be able to be drops for loot, and then when the player is finished they can go in, reset the traps, which aren't going to be too difficult to reset, and that will allow another player to come in and also enjoy doing a little bit of a dungeon raid. So without further ado, let's get to start digging! We're looking at a wandering trader. Alright, let's see what happens. Dude's running like crazy. No wonder. He's seeing the head of his brethren here. No wonder he's running around. What is wrong with this dude? I wonder if this had anything to do with the first head villager that I spawned in being a wandering trader. That's odd. I don't know what to make of that. Side quest over. Back to looking at the back of my head, apparently. Back to building. Oh, we've got a skelly in here. Get out of here, Skelly. Let's light this up a little bit better. So we've got the basic layout of our dungeon completed, and we're going to do a quick walkthrough to see what it looks like before we go and actually pretty it up, add all the decoration, add all the traps, add all the mobs, and the control switch, which is going to be somewhere in this antechamber. So it's technically in a I believe this is a swamp biome. Yes, we are still in a swamp biome, although I think it switches over into a birch forest. Yep. So the dungeon's entrance will be right here. I haven't decided on a palette yet for that or a design, but the inside of the dungeon is going to be mostly stone brick, mossy stone brick, and cracked stone brick. So it's probably going to match that sort of feeling. I kind of want to go with maybe like an old mausoleum sort of look to it. We'll figure that out. Players will start in this antechamber and head down into the depths of the dungeon, where they will come to the first challenge room. This challenge room is going to be filled with lava on the floor and will be kind of a parkour course where they're going to have to activate switches on the other side, or maybe item frames, an item frame lock door that then will open up the door over here, where they will continue to descend deeper into the dungeon. Eventually, they will come to the second chamber. This chamber is going to have several enemies in it. I haven't decided exactly what, but they're going to be some sort of souped up either zombie or skeleton, and they are going to be powerful. Also on the wall over here is going to be another item frame lock door that will open an iron door over here for them to go through, where they will come across the third trap room, which I don't want to reveal because, well, it's not going to be that difficult to figure out, but it will be annoying if they fail and fall into it. Once they clear through that room, they'll come down here and enter the boss's chamber. Now, the boss is going to be a wither skeleton with souped up stats. It is highly likely that if you come unprepared, you will die a most terrible death. And once you kill the boss, he will drop his loot, which will be enchanted something. I'm not sure if he'll have a sword or if he'll have an axe or whatever. Maybe he'll have a hoe. That would be just perfect. Congratulations, you got this diamond hoe. Isn't that the best loot ever for any dungeon? But once a player beats the boss here, there's going to be another chamber back behind here. I'm thinking this is going to be decorated. He'll have kind of a throne that he'll be able to sit here, and this room will get all decorated up. Behind that, there will be a door that'll lead to a exit with some other supplies, so that you'd be able to go back and easily reset the dungeon, at least reset the traps, into their default stage. And it'll have a tunnel going up where you can then safely exit the dungeon without having to run back through the traps in the reverse direction. And that'll be it. It's small. Yes, it is not going to be a large dungeon by any stretch of the imagination, but like I said, this dungeon is more of a proof of concept that these sort of things can be built easily on the server, and I just wanted to see how much interest there would be, and this is really, really more of a, hello there, a prototype than anything else. If it gets success, if people enjoy it and enjoy running through this dungeon, then I will likely be building more of them. But again, I just need to test out the idea and see if it even works. So that's what we're doing here. I also can hear somewhere around here there is a cave system, because I'm hearing, I think, both zombies and skeletons. So we're going to have to hope that we don't knock into that while we go and do the decorating. But that's what we're going to do now. We're going to hop into full-on, hop into creative mode. Hop into a creative mindset. We're not cheating here. We're not building this in creative mode. This is all in Survivor. The only sort of cheaty bit to it is the use of command blocks. That'll be how a player triggers the start of the dungeon, and that's going to be up here with some special summon commands to summon in those custom mobs. But everything else is done in Survivor mode. We don't do creative mode here on the Beyond Vanilla server. It's all Survivor. So we've been hard at work over the last hour or so trying to fill out all the basic outlines of the rooms. We're going to leave this particular one there, no spoilers. And now we've been working on the antechamber for the wither skeleton, the custom wither skeleton that's going to be the boss for this particular dungeon. Working on just kind of adding some different details to the walls here, make it look a little bit less boring. We're just going to use the word boring here, so chop, chop, chop. Put in some just detail here and there and everywhere, just to make it look a little bit less uniform. That's the one thing that you don't want. You don't want flat, you don't want uniform, you want something to look interesting and appealing. You want people to wonder, hey, what's that over there? Hey, what's this over here? And you just kind of want to mix and match different blocks. We're going to toss in some cracked stone bricks, for example, right here, and maybe finish it up with a stair going like that, so it adds some more depth into these little alcoves. And we're going to do the same thing with this one, and you could see that by itself, that's like, okay, that doesn't look that good, but as soon as we start tossing in some stairs, add some different levels of depth to it, different textures, that the whole thing starts to come together in a much more exciting and appealing way. Even add in we knock out these, you could add in a stone brick wall right here and here. And just give it a little bit of extra character. Just to make it less flat. We've still got a lot of work to do. The ceiling in this one is probably going to stay mostly stone with the different depth like this. I'll probably add some stairs around there to give it a little bit more of a leveled look and add some different slabs at different heights just to kind of change it up. Really, though, this particular room, the antechamber here for the boss fight, is not going to be too terribly done up. We are, however, going to get rid of all this ugly granite because it doesn't fit in with the color scheme at all, and we'll just toss in some stone brick here or there, some cracked stone brick. Maybe that wall will look nice. I don't think that you'll be able to see that there's some granite behind it, but we'll probably want to get rid of that as well. Just mix and match different blocks. See, this looks way too flat, so we're going to knock that around, add in just some different detail. Same thing over here. We're not really being overly particular. We're just changing the look of it. And that already looks way better than it did when we started, and we're definitely going to add some more details. Maybe add in, let's see, we could, you know what we could do is we could put this here and we could put another wall there, and then we could grab some iron, which we don't have any iron right now on us, but we could grab some iron, make a couple lanterns, hang a couple lanterns. Although I think if I'm going to do that, I actually want them to be higher up. I think that would look better just for some different lighting. But we've got his little throne room here. We still haven't cut our chamber or our pathway out, but that's going to be right out the back this way. That'll take you out of the dungeon once you're finished beating or losing to the boss. Haven't decided yet if I'm going to put an actual loot chest back here. That requires doing a little bit of additional coding, so I've got some of that to figure out. But overall, I am really liking the way that this is looking so far. We're definitely going to break up this a little bit more. Let's get rid of some of those details. Just add some more depth to everything. I don't have any more stairs, so we'll at least add some cracked stone bricks there. We need to have this area dug out for the redstone that's going to come and open up the door that's going to be there. But everything else is coming together nicely. We're going to lay out our puzzle on this wall, and this floor is going to be covered in lava. And then people will have to hop over to get to that, and there will be a way to get out. You'll be able to get out if you fall in the lava, but that's part of the fun, is the risk, high reward. And of course, that all leads right back out here to our lovely little antechamber at the start of the dungeon. I wish I had time to completely finish this project tonight, but sadly I do not. So that's where I'm going to leave you all today. I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep because I am exhausted, and I will see you guys tomorrow. It's really small, and it's not the most complicated dungeon that I could possibly have made, but as a proof of concept, it is definitely going to be entertaining to see if people actually try to attempt it. So we've got a couple of things. This is Dungeon 1, the Wither Lich's Lair. The rules are no building or mining. You can't just dig your way through. If you die, I am not responsible for lost items. And with these mobs, there's a decent chance that you could die, especially fighting the boss. I'm not 100% certain. It's going to take tweaking. That's why it's in beta right now. Matter of fact, I wish I had another sign so I could say that it's in beta right now. Let's make a sign real quick. Beta... We're just going to call it version 1.0 because it literally is version 1.0. Anyways, no building, no mining. If you die, I'm not responsible for lost items. To start the dungeon, press these buttons below. Only press each button once. I cannot emphasize that enough. Do not press the buttons more than once. You will not have a good time. You will only be making your life harder. It is not something that you want to do. Press each button once and only once. And finally, good luck. I'm hoping that this is going to be a successful little project. I hope that players have a good time playing this little tiny micro dungeon. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and look at all them mobs over there. I'm excited to see what people think and to get some feedback on it. And yeah, I'm going to take care of these guys real quick. No, I'm not. But with all of that, that is all I have time for today. So again, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you really love me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I put out new videos on the BeyondVanilla server every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And hopefully we'll be able to continue this series for a good long while. It's a lot of fun making these videos. But until the next episode, I will see y'all later. Bye.